Archangel Michael says the truth doesn't whisper. It carves itself into the skin of time. Someone touched you with trembling arms and a hidden motive. They walked away with more than your warmth. You didn't feel the shift when it happened. It was small, like a hairline crack beneath a glass surface. But now it's spreading quietly, dangerously. Like this video for God's protection. They leaned in like they missed you, but their heart was wrapped in shadow. Your spirit flinched, but you silenced it, believing love wears smiles. Now you see some smiles have teeth. A piece of you left with them, something not meant to be taken. Not just trust, not just memory. They reached deeper and pulled a thread of your divine energy. The moment is echoing in the silence around you. It's the creak of an old gate swinging without wind. It's the feeling of eyes on your back in an empty room. Archangel Michael says some souls come close just to steal light. They drink from others because their own wells have gone dry. They mimic care, but carry famine inside their hands. The air around you grew colder after they left. You noticed the flowers near your door leaning away. A chill settled into the corner of your mirror. They took what was sacred. They smiled while robbing your spirit temple. You thought it was just a hug, sweet, familiar, but it was theft dressed in warmth. There's a weight now that wasn't there before. A strange dream keeps returning with no clear face. It drips with gold and rust, like something beautiful spoiled. This wasn't just emotional betrayal. They touched your aura and dragged something out. And now a door within you refuses to close. They knew what they were doing. It was precise, practiced. Their soul has done this before. Type 777 if you believe in God. You must not hold guilt for what they did. Even guardians can be deceived by soft eyes. But the recovery requires swift reckoning. Return to the place where it happened, even if only in your mind. Replay it. Watch closely. Where their hand rested, where their eyes wandered, there you'll see it. The moment the switch occurred, their energy clung to you like wet smoke. It wrapped itself around your joy, your peace, your clarity. That's why everything feels slower, heavier now. They smiled as if nothing had happened, but your soul knew. The way your chest tightened wasn't just emotion, it was warning. Archangel Michael says not every thief wears a mask. Some wear memories. Some wear your name on their lips like a weapon. You didn't deserve this. And yet, your light made you a target. This is the curse of the radiant soul. They took what isn't theirs. But the divine ledger sees all, and the scales are beginning to tremble. Since that hug, You've noticed little things, a crack in your focus, a whisper behind your dreams. Their touch was a silent signature. It marked your path with confusion. It tried to detour your destiny. They wanted your peace. They couldn't grow their own, so they plucked yours. But seeds stolen never bloom. You wonder why you felt foggy, unsure. It's because a shard of you is still in their pocket. It beats against their chest like stolen thunder. You are not broken. You are temporarily displaced. And your spirit is summoning its return. The time is now to pull it back. Call your name out loud in stillness. Speak it as if reclaiming fire. This is not mere spiritual warfare. This is the unraveling of a spell. The kind cast with soft hands and lies. Their energy has cracked. You'll see the signs. Lights flickering, silence growing sharp. Even they can feel the recoil. Justice is on foot. It walks slowly, but strikes with lightning, and your name is engraved on its sword. The universe holds no tolerance for sacred theft. This wasn't just a hug. It was a ritual of deceit, and now the ritual must be reversed. Prepare a quiet space, one candle, one mirror. Face yourself and speak truth. I was touched with false kindness. I now reclaim what was taken in silence. The flame may flicker wildly. The air may shiver. That is your power returning. You are not afraid. You are remembering. You are restoring. The one who hugged you thought they were clever. But light keeps receipts, and divine fire does not forget betrayal. Do not confront them. That time will come, led by higher forces. For now, cleanse and close the gateway. They will feel the void where your energy once lived. Their nights will grow restless. Their victories will taste like ash. You are not responsible for what they chose to be. You are only responsible for coming back to yourself. And now, the path is lighting again beneath your feet. The darkness around them is collapsing. They wore a mask for too long. It's slipping, and their reflection terrifies them. Soon, others will see it too. The charm will crack. The truth will ooze through like ink in water. A revelation will ripple through your circle. Eyes will open. Loyalties will shift like sand in wind. And when it happens, don't look back. The hug was an ending, not a beginning. You were never theirs to consume. Archangel Michael says the sword is drawn. The air is thick with divine correction. You are shielded now by unshakable forces. Type "Thank you, God." They will try to return, not because they love you, but because your energy was the only light they could fake. Do not answer the knock. Do not touch the wound. It is closing now, sealed in celestial gold. Their theft did not end you. It awakened you. Now your spirit pulses with truth. You are more whole than ever, because what they took has been purified in holy fire. And what returns to you is upgraded, sacred, and untouchable. The person who hugged you recently took something, but heaven watched it all, and heaven has already begun restoring what was stolen. The blessing is here. It breathes through your walls, and it will not be taken again. Let the past burn behind you like dry leaves in wind. Stand in the clearing with new breath, and receive the restoration only divine justice can deliver. Archangel Michael says, that hug was not what it seemed. It was soft and warm, but filled with cold intent. They smiled, and your spirit flinched. You didn't see their hand move, but something small, sacred, and vital was taken. Not a thing, but a thread of your path. Their touch was not a gift. It was a quiet incision wrapped in affection. A silent theft in the middle of a laugh. The moment plays in your memory like a skipping record. The weight in your chest now feels unfamiliar. You're not imagining it. The shift is real. They leaned in like family, but they carried a pocket of shadows. And one of those shadows now trails you. A part of your energy is missing. It doesn't scream. It drifts, barely audible. You've been tired since then, hollow behind the eyes. They didn't just slip something from your pocket. They peeled a layer of your protection. They carried it away like it belonged to them. You felt off balance, like walking on a tilted floor. Moments blur and clarity hides in corners. It's not confusion, it's spiritual interference. Archangel Michael says some people practice quiet sorcery, not with candles or chants, but with smiles and timing. Their rituals are made of moments, not spells. They knew what they were doing. This wasn't instinct. It was premeditated hunger disguised as affection. They needed something only you carry. Not money, not objects. They wanted your unshaken peace. That peace was woven into your spiritual pocket. And in one blink of misplaced trust, they reached in. Their fingers slid past your defenses like smoke. The room shifted after they left. It felt emptier, colder. Even the silence sounded wrong. You've been trying to reason it away, blaming sleep, stress, or the weather. But your soul remembers what your mind can't name. Since then, your dreams have changed. You see doors that won't open. You hear your name whispered backwards. This is not just about theft. It's an energetic infection. They left with something pure and left behind something dark. You've noticed more tension around your body. Not pain, pressure. Like being watched through layers of water. They carry a hollow in their spirit. And when they hugged you, they used you to fill it. Now that emptiness tries to echo through you. They're smiling somewhere, pretending nothing happened. But your light marks them, and their hands carry a heat they can't explain. You were chosen because you are light. But your light has attracted eyes that don't blink. Eyes that study, extract, and disappear. There was a pulse in their hand. Not of affection, but intention. It beat against you like a ticking clock. Now time feels bent. Your days blur. And your intuition misfires. You're living inside someone else's distortion. The hug was a doorway, and something passed between you both. Not love, but a transaction written in shadow. You're not cursed. You're entangled. The threads can be severed, but not gently. Archangel Michael says, "What was taken is not lost. It's held hostage." Your spirit is calling for retrieval, and justice is forming like a storm behind glass. Prepare yourself. There is a reckoning underway, and your name is being spoken in rooms of light. The one who took from you thinks they've won. But light, that's stolen, becomes poison in unworthy hands. And they will feel it rot from the inside. You've noticed small misfortunes around them. Cracks in their words, trembling in their laugh. That's not guilt. It's consequence arriving early. The divine does not need to knock loudly. It steps lightly and leaves marks. And their soul is already marked. You were not meant to lose anything, only to awaken. And now, the fire within you is flickering back to life. You'll start to feel the reversal. Moments of clarity like lightning through fog. Glances of yourself untouched and whole. What they took was not theirs to hold. It will begin to burn in their spirit, and they will come undone from the inside out. Do not seek revenge. You are not meant to walk backward, only forward, into light with a sharper vision. Cleanse your space. Burn the air they walked through. Let no trace remain in your sanctuary. They moved like a friend, but inside them was a collector of light, one who feeds on borrowed divinity. Their world will tilt. They won't understand why everything collapses. But the divine does not forget. The energy they stole was a key, and without it, you've been locked out. But keys can call their owners back. Speak your truth aloud in silence. I retrieve what was mine. I seal all doors that were opened without permission. You may feel a jolt, a pull in the chest. That is the start of your power returning. Do not fear the shadows rising now. They are only echoes fleeing the light. Your presence is driving them out. You will not carry this forever. This weight was temporary, but the wisdom it leaves will live forever. Something sacred is returning to you. You will know it by the way you breathe again. Deeper, calmer, brighter. The one who took from you will try again. They will come in confusion, seeking comfort. But the door they once used is sealed in gold. You owe them nothing. Not explanation. Not compassion. The divine sees the transaction clearly. The books are open. The balance is shifting. They've cursed themselves with hunger. Because light taken through lies feeds no one. And the hunger will eat them from within. You are rising now, faster than they can fall. And what was once lost is blazing in your chest again. Let it burn through you. Let it illuminate every lie. Let it wash you in protection they will never pierce again. Their face may return in dreams, but it will look different now. Like a photo left too long in fire. You are shielded. You are anointed. You are whole. Their hands are empty now. They cannot steal from you again. And soon they will fear the touch of light. Archangel Michael says, this was a test wrapped in silk, and you passed through it without breaking. Now your reward comes not in peace, but in power. You will speak and silence will obey. You will walk and the crooked will straighten. You will touch and the unseen will flee. They took something from your pocket, but it became their curse. And your crown. The divine has returned it brighter, sharper, stronger, and fully fused to your destiny. This is not just restoration, this is ascension. Archangel Michael says, the embrace you trusted was not innocent. It came wrapped in warmth, but carried quiet violence. They didn't just touch your body, they tampered with your soul. They leaned in as if they missed you. But behind their eyes was a cold, watchful silence. And their arms were hollow temples hiding greed. You felt safe in that moment. But your spirit flinched without reason. That wasn't love. It was a withdrawal masked as affection. The room grew quieter after they left. The air changed like an altar desecrated. Even your breath seemed to hesitate. They walked away holding something they didn't bring. It was small, sacred, and invisible to the naked eye. But it belonged to you, completely and deeply. You've been feeling off since then. Not broken, but strangely thinned. Like someone turned down the volume of your soul. You blamed tiredness, distraction, or old pain. But this wasn't emotional. This was spiritual intrusion. They knew exactly what they were doing. It wasn't the first time they moved like that. Your trust was their opportunity. That hug was a ceremony, not of reunion, but of quiet theft. They walked in cloaked in closeness and walked out full. They reached into your field like a surgeon with no soul, no permission, no remorse. You didn't feel their hand. You felt your energy drip. And now the whole echoes like an open gate in the night. Since that day, strange shadows have followed you. Not physical, but felt. Corners of your room colder. The mirror slightly off. You remember the look on their face. Too still. Like someone remembering lines from a script. It wasn't real. It was rehearsal. They'd done this before. Just never to someone as bright as you. Archangel Michael says, "Your light attracts seekers and stealers alike. You offered warmth. They came with frost beneath their skin. The pain you feel isn't heartbreak. It's the echo of something holy being yanked away. And now your soul is mourning what it lost. They didn't take love. They took clarity. The knowing you once carried so easily is now fogged. This wasn't a mistake. This was spiritual espionage. They map people like territory and extract the sacred. Your intuition warned you, not with words, but with a brief stillness. That chill down your spine wasn't emotion, it was prophecy. After they left, silence filled the house. Not peace, but pause, like the universe waiting to see if you noticed. You've started waking at strange hours. 3 blinks before dawn, a pulse behind your eyes, heavy and slow. That's your soul calling its peace back. It's not gone. Just misplaced in their poisoned hands. They carry what they took like treasure, but it will rot in their pocket. Because purity stolen turns toxic, you are not powerless. You were pierced, but not destroyed. Your light is coiling now, preparing to strike. They think they got away with it. But divine justice lingers in every step. They are already unraveling. Watch for their decline. Not in public, but in private. Whispers in their ears. Mirrors refusing to reflect clearly. They will feel it, their center tilting. As the stolen thread begins to burn from the inside, they will try to reconnect. With sweet words and trembling eyes. But their mouth is now cursed with every lie they spoke. You will feel the urge to forgive quickly. Resist. Forgiveness can come, but it should not arrive blind. You must name what was taken, out loud, to yourself, under breath or in firelight. I reclaim what is mine. I cast out what was slipped in. I restore the seal over my soul. The atmosphere may ripple. A flicker, a crack. That is the first wall rebuilding itself. This isn't just healing, it's reclamation. Not a return to the old, but a creation of something stronger. Now you know how close darkness can dance. You have been too open, too generous with your gates, but that time has ended. You are becoming a fortress, not of stone, but of flame. No hands will touch you again without permission. Your spirit has begun its recovery, piece by piece, like shattered glass drawn back into a single mirror. You'll begin remembering things you forgot, sudden sparks of vision, words you used to speak with no fear. You are not the same. You are greater, because now you carry wisdom carved by fire. They may haunt your dreams, but they cannot pass through the veil anymore. Your aura is sealing, bright and sharp. Archangel Michael says you have been seen, not by them, but by higher eyes. And justice has already taken form. They're being visited, not by ghosts, but by consequence. Their path will buckle, their smile will crack. You will hear of it, not soon, but surely. And you will feel no joy, only deep, final release. They touched something eternal, and they did not ask. Now eternity is correcting the imbalance. You are to remain still and firm. You are not to beg for apologies. Let the fire speak for you. Your protection has multiplied. Wings stretch around you now. Feathers made of flame and iron. You will walk through crowds untouched, not invisible, but untouchable. Your aura sings a frequency only the divine hears. The lesson has been carved deep, but so has the power. It thrums in your bones like ancient drums. This is the turning point, where loss becomes ignition and betrayal becomes prophecy fulfilled. You are no longer merely surviving. You are summoning. And what comes next is born of thunder. Their face will blur in memory, because it was never about them. It was about what they awakened. And now that awakening spreads, like ink in water, like dawn cracking through the darkest sky. The hug wasn't just love. It was the beginning of your sovereignty, and their final chance to walk away with grace. They failed that moment, but you did not. You rose from it like smoke from sacred fire. Now feel this, the return, the pulse, the breath, the fire within. The thing they took is back, but it's changed, like coal turned diamond, and it will never leave you again. You are sealed, you are holy, and you are whole. Type 'em in!